Hey everybody, welcome back. Hex Token channel live. Of course, our second live stream, Pulsechain, is our topic for today. We're going to get to check the market prices at the end as usual. Kind of a first half, second half. So we're going to do Pulsechain. If you're new to Pulsechain, want to find out more about the Pumpamentals, why Pulsechain will be the greatest blockchain ever, the secret sources, we're going to talk about that today. So get into it. We've got lots of great communities as well. I expect them to chime in as well. Many of them know Pulsechain upside down, so get into the chat as well. If you're new, of course, ask questions away. That's what we'd like, so lots of fun. Let's get into it. We've got, just going to make sure the audio is up and running. Seems to be pretty good. So nice. Now we've got a poll as well. Given all the epic Pumpamentals, I should say, do you think Pulsechain will be the greatest blockchain ever? Now, if you don't know anything about Pulsechain, you can wait to the end and, of course, our discussion and then answer the poll. If you know Pulsechain already, then get in there. We've got 4 options. Hell yeah, can't wait, moon time. And, of course, number 2, maybe, we will see. And number 3, no, I love other chains more. Shame on you for that. And number 4, not really sure. Please explain. Now, we like to hear those people. If you're new to Pulsechain, you've heard about it, you want to know all about it, you're going to talk about it today. We will see. So it's going to be a lot of fun here at the moment. We're going to talk about Pulsechain, the Pumpamentals, the secret source. We're going to talk about all the things that are currently running behind the scenes, and of course, things that you've got access to on the public testnet. We're also going to be talking about the timeline and, of course, developments for that and possible launch times as well, and some of the factors behind that. We're also going to hear from Richard Hart himself later on towards the end of this. So not live, but pre-recorded. We're going to hear from him with the latest updates on Pulsechain, so stay tuned for that. Sounds good to me. I think we're ready to go. I've also got my nice little latte, my second latte for the day. It's really good. Oh my gosh, what I got in that. Might have rum. Just a moment. I've got to... Help me. There I was just about to track myself to death. That was so good. That's crazy stuff there. I love it. You know me on this channel, we mix it up quite a bit. Now, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe, hit the like button. Let's get into the chat and see who's in the house. We got Terry Doc there. Good day, everyone from Scotland. Heading to work now, but catch up later. Hey, I appreciate that, Terry Doc. Big shout out to you in Scotland, a place I definitely want to visit, as I always say. Blobfish King, hi everybody. It's hard to contain my excitement for the Pulsechain release. It is like waiting for Christmas Day when I was a child. I think that sentiment is absolutely fantastic. That is so true. Hex Down Under says Santa isn't real, but Richard Hart is. Yeah, well, you know, we've already seen the Richard Hart picture of Richard Hart looking like Santa. So that probably is both are true there, Hex Down Under. Hex Biker as well. Good morning, all. Good to see you, Hex Biker. The UK is all waking up. Scotland, the UK, nice. England. Very, very cool to see everybody from the UK waking up here, joining us for this live stream. Hexos One has landed. Pulsechain will take over the cryptoverse. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. That is definitely a theme of what's happening here. Warped Impulse in house there. Hi, good to see you, Warped Impulse. It's now's in the house there, our foreman. I think Superman forgot to click go live. Yeah, I had a couple of minutes behind. I was a little bit behind, so I do apologize with that. I had to make the latte, and then it got me behind. So there we are. But then I had to set up a few things. So just the way I was digging the green screen, Superman. Yeah, I've changed it. We've got the Pulsechain and behind. Woo-hoo-hoo! We've got the Hex one up with the Richard Hart pump. We've got the Pulsechain behind. Do you like that? Is that a halo of glory coming for Pulsechain? I think so. Woo-hoo! La, 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 la. That's pretty awesome to me. Pearl's in the house there. We will see, says Pearl. Well, we know what Pearl chose. We know what Pearl clicked on the old poll. We got Mr. Froz in the house from Calcutta, India. Look at us. We've got people from Scotland, England, Calcutta, India, United States, everywhere around the world. Get in the chat there and let us know where you're from. That's pretty cool. Pulsechain is for everybody. That's for sure. Vincent says Pulsechain is for peace and prosperity. Absolutely is. It is awesome. I agree with that. Man, we got some cool comments in the chat. I really do impressed by this. Big Kahuna's in the house. God bless you, Superman. Hey, God bless you too, Big Kahuna. Woohoo! Yeah, and Pearl's in the house, excited. Yeah, that's the way to be, Pearl. Excited. Cryptomaniac as well. Hello. Good to see you. And Pearl waving from Australia. Man, oh man. See, we've got people from all around the world, man. This is crazy. This community is so good. Hello from Liberland, says James. I love that, Liberland. That is pretty impressive. Always good to see James Bond in the house. And of course, one of our action stars in the community. Can I say that, James? I think I can. Hedron Mini Pump 2, says James. Well, we're going to check out the prices later on, but definitely Hedron is doing well at the moment, that's for sure. It has got the ICOSA launch coming up, likely this month, I think it is, or possibly this month, if we remember Alex's terminology there. Hex Token Mini Pump. I think so, James. It does happen from time to time. We get the mini pump here. Pulsechain's in house there. Hey, from Thailand. Hey, big shout out to you in Thailand. Woohoo! We've got people from all over Asia, Australasia, North America, UK, Europe. It's pretty cool. India. Man, oh man, that's awesome. Costa Rica, says Big Kahuna. Costa Rica, that's fantastic. Man, oh man, it's so good. Arizona in the house from the United States. Of course, good old, is that cowboy country? I'm pretty sure it's big, one of the cowboy states there. Big shout out to it's now. And Great White in there too, looking good. Woo-hoo-hoo. Another Hex Token channel member as well. So big shout out. Well, I think that's a nice welcome, everybody. We're going to get into the Pulsechain. Now, if you're new to Pulsechain, if you're a pro on Pulsechain, then you've heard a lot of this stuff. But if you're new to Pulsechain, this is really good for you. Pulsechain is going to be the first full system state copy of Ethereum. I'll say that again. The first time ever full system state copy of Ethereum. It's a big deal. That means that all the wallets that are over there, 300 million wallets, will have access to Pulsechain, and also means that all the tokens that are on Pulsechain, all those projects over there, the tokens will come over, get copied over for the first time in history from one chain over to another chain. And so over 500,000 ERC20 tokens will get copied over to Pulsechain. It is a big deal. All the NFT contracts, the 721s, 1155s, all that stuff's coming over as well. So this is a game changer in crypto, a game changer. What's it going to be able to do? It's going to do a couple of things. Obviously, load sharing with Ethereum. Ethereum is obviously when bullish conditions are on, it gets very congested in there, particularly with NFTs and other things being traded and stuff like that. And so Pulsechain is going to be able to load share that. But of course, Pulsechain is going to have a lot of superiority in its actual blockchain. So it's going to be pretty impressive by that. So it's going to increase the Ethereum's value. Everything that's getting copied over from Pulsechain, from Ethereum over to Pulsechain. So ERC20 is going to be called PRC20s, 721s, PRC 721s, etc. That's all going to be copied in airdrop. So it's going to be the biggest crypto airdrop as well, not just the first system state copy of Ethereum, but the biggest crypto airdrop in crypto history. It's a mind-blowingly big. Like I said, 300 million wallets over there, a million active wallets a day over there on Ethereum. It is a big deal, folks. It really, really is a big deal. So that means all that airdrop, that free airdrop, is going to Ethereum holders. So they are a win-win for them. They're winning on Ethereum, and now they're winning on Pulsechain too. And of course, that's amazing. Now, obviously, Ethereum has value. ERC20s have value over there, 721, some of them, and 1155, some of them. And of course, on a Pulsechain, they're going to start off at zero. Everything's starting off at zero and going to get priced up. It's pretty much going to be like the Wild West, the gold rush that they had in the old Wild West there. And of course, everyone's going to be rushing to get in on the action as well. So particularly popular ERC20s that are now PRC20s, maybe like SHIB, something like that will get popular. We already know that the community is keen and engaged, and are also going to be at PulseCon 2022 coming up in September. So it's lots of cool things happening in that space. It's going to be very, very cool. So first system state copy of Ethereum ever. And of course, the biggest crypto airdrop ever. It's pretty amazing. A lot of Pumpamentals coming out here. And of course, we're going to have lots of other stuff. So let's read on into here. It's going to enrich ETH users. So if you're holding ETH, this is a good thing for you because you're going to get enriched even further with the copy on a Pulsechain. So it's a pretty big deal there as well. And that includes NFTs as well. So it's going to be pretty amazing. What you have to do to get access to the airdrop, of course, all you have to do is add Pulsechain to your MetaMask or whatever wallet you're using. Just add the network to it. And of course, you'll be able to see your tokens. You might have to import some of the contract addresses, but you'll be able to see your tokens on the blockchain, on Pulsechain, for free. For free. That's amazing. People love free stuff. And of course, that's typically does pretty well on blockchain. The other thing, of course, is that Ethereum can get very congested. And as I say, Pulsechain will do a lot of load sharing with Ethereum likely. And of course, that's going to help reduce the congestion on Ethereum. And of course, that's going to be great. But in addition, Pulsechain is going to be actually, because it's a copy of all the code, essentially, except for an upgrade on the validated code. So we'll talk about that in a second. It's going to be able to have, it's going to have cheaper fees and faster fees on the chain. And of course, it's going to start off at relatively empty low volumes and then slowly ramp up over time as user adoption comes in. So it's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to have 3-second block times, at least 4 times faster, and there's a good chance it could be many times faster than that. Some mentions have mentioned 200 times faster. This is going to be potentially very fast in the future. So it's going to be pretty cool. We're also going to obviously move, instead of just having proof of work or hybrid proof of work and proof of stake like Ethereum is now, we're going to have full proof of stake straight away. So we're not mucking around. And of course, that's going to be really good. It's going to be therefore environmentally friendly. We're not going to have all these big PCs pumping out, trying to work out these algorithms and get that all done for the blocks getting confirmed. So it's going to be super cheap there. The other advantage that Pulsechain has, not only is it going to be faster, cheaper, and of course environmentally friendly, but it's also going to have its native token. It's going to be called Pulse or PLS of the Pulsechain, and of course that's going to have zero inflation because all the issue of the tokens is at the beginning. Yes, that's right. It's not going to be like Ethereum with ETH, where it has a burning mechanism but still has net inflation. It's going to actually be the whole amount, like a balloon. Imagine a balloon, and over time the air gets let out as 25% of the fees are burnt on every single transaction going on the blockchain, every single one. And of course, it's slowly going to be like the air out of the balloon going down. It's going to be less supply of Pulse over time. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Now, how do you get Pulse? Of course, you're going to have to buy it on the market. It was originally issued via an airdrop, which will be done when Pulsechain launches through a sacrifice that went through from the 15th of July last year all the way through to the 4th of April this year. And of course, the majority of it was in July last year. So it's going to be pretty interesting. A lot of people are going to be after that native token. You're going to need a little bit for transactions, obviously. One Pulse looks like one Pulse will probably do about 1,300 transactions at the moment on a sort of an average swap or transfer. So it's pretty incredible there. Obviously, that will change over time as the blockchain gets more utilized more. The other thing, of course, is you'll be able to take that Pulse token if you do get it, or if you've participated in the sacrifice and you actually get airdrop the Pulse. You'll be able to stake that with the validators that are doing the proof of stake technology. So it's going to be pretty awesome that way. The other thing, of course, is going to be an official bridge between Ethereum and Pulsechain. And remember, because Pulsechain is the full system state copy of Ethereum, it's going to be a layer 1, right? So you're going to own the keys to your coins. You don't have to do anything like Polygon, right, where you get faster chain, but you lose the control over your layer 1 coins. You don't need to get anything like that. It's not like you're on an exchange as well, where you give your real tokens and you're playing with platform tokens, and before you can get the real stuff off. We've seen how many of those exchanges and CeFi, what we call centralized finance, have stop withdrawals, and you can't get access to your crypto. That's not what crypto is about. Crypto is about freedom. It's about immutable contracts on the blockchain. And of course, who's to tell you can't withdraw tokens out that are ultimately yours? So it's going to be pretty awesome there on the blockchain with decentralized trading. So it's going to be absolutely awesome there. And of course, the bridge is going to be massive. So we've got the first full system state copy of Ethereum. We've got the biggest crypto airdrop in crypto history. We've also got the fastest way to mass adoption, and that is through this official bridge. But there's also going to be lots of third-party cross-swap bridges as well to other chains. It's going to be absolutely a bonanza there as well. So we're going to see a lot of ERC20s and stable coins from Ethereum come over to Pulsechain, match those up into liquidity pairs, and it's going to be absolutely awesome with that. So it's going to be cool. And of course, we're going to need trading as well to get there. Remember, everything starts off at 0, and it's going to get priced up pretty fast as well. So an AMM bot's going to harvest all the PRC20s and put them into what we call PulseX exchange. It's going to be like Uniswap or PancakeSwap, and of course, based on version 2 there at the moment, and of a Uniswap. And of course, people will be able to put in different liquidity into the PulseX liquidity on the DEX there, and be able to buy and sell on there, and also do liquidity farming and provision. So it's going to be pretty neat and get rewards there too. So it's going to be pretty powerful stuff there. And of course, everything's going to get priced up from 0. First, the AMM bot's going to run the automatic market maker bot. And then, of course, people will be able to add their own liquidity pairs for their own projects, or they'll be able to bridge in Ethereum there as wrap tokens and set up wrap liquidity pairs as well. So it's going to be pretty exciting for that. So lots of cool stuff happening. And of course, it's been going for some time now on the testnet. And of course, we can see the testnet running at the moment. This is the testnet V2B, and this is the block explorer for Pulsechain. We can see we've got that 3-second blocks. We said that we wanted to target 3-second blocks, if you recall. And of course, that is where we're at the stage. Actually, we'll just go back a bit further down here, 3-second block times. And of course, that's where we're at the stage 3-second block times. And of course, you can see all the transactions and blocks currently on there at the moment. 1.5 billion transactions on the testnet so far, and 17.4 million blocks there as well. You look at the addresses there, 188 million. Of course, when we get the next one, that will be higher. That will be even higher than that on the wallet addresses. So it's going to be amazing for that. All right, you can see the blocks just ticking away there in real time. You can see a couple of transactions in this block. Like I said, there's not a lot of transactions on the blockchain at the moment, but basically it is it is being worked on and processed. So pretty cool. There's actually another testnet which is being run privately by the developer team, V3 there, but that of course is private. But this is the public one that everyone's able to play on at the moment. So pretty exciting. The other thing, of course, is there's lots of other components, imagined components around the blockchain. Obviously, we've got the validators where I said you could stake your PLS there. We've got lots of validators. At the moment, there's going to be 33, but there's a possibility there could be less than 33 validators when we actually go live. So that was recently announced by Richard Hart, the founder, who founded the successful Hex crypto first certificate of deposit on the blockchain. And of course, there could be 33 or slightly less even at the moment. But you can see a lot of the leading ones here are run. And actually, many of these are big community members in the Pulsechain community. So it's going pretty awesome there as well. So you can see big projects like Liquid Loans there. That is a fork of Liquidity on Ethereum. So you can see many of the best products on Ethereum coming over already. So it's going to be pretty neat on the Pulsechain. So it's very exciting to see that. So you can stake with your validators, your PLS, or there'll be other opportunities to do put your PLS and other yields on other platforms. So it's going to be different options for that. We're also going to have the bridge that I told you about. The official bridge is already up and running, the Pulse Ramp bridge. Of course, you can swap between Pulsechain and Ethereum there using the respective test networks there. Rigby for Ethereum and Pulsechain, Pulse Ramp for the Pulse side. And of course, we've got plenty of videos on this channel if you want to check that out, and also on Discord. So it's pretty cool. So that is some of the highlights there. We've also got, obviously, the Pulse X, which is the big DEX. This could be the very first super DEX. And of course, that means people will be able to trade on here. We're going to have AMM liquidity pools first. Then we're going to have custom liquidity pools added by people and projects. And then on top of that, bridged pairs as well from the bridge that we just looked at, bridging over from Ethereum, having bridge pairs set up. So it's going to really be a bonanza there. And in addition to the Pulse token, the PLS that we talked about for Pulsechain, we're going to have a PLSX token that was also issued by Sacrifice. And the Pumpamentals for that are absolutely insane. Basically, for $1 billion that gets traded through the PulseX DEX, $700,000 will be buying the PulseX token. That is the native token for PulseX DEX, and of course decentralized exchange, and of course burned. So it's going to be buying and burning every single day. So if we hit $1 billion, that's $700,000 every single day. So massive Pumpamentals for PulseX, like I say. So we've got the 0.25 fee burn for Pulse on the Pulse chain for every transaction that happens. On PulseX, of course, for every swap that happens, we've pretty much got the magical buy and burn, which is absolutely insane as well. So it's 0.07 percentage points of every swap is going to be burned. So it's pretty bought and burned. So it pushes the price up and gets rid of the PulseX off the market. So it's pretty exciting. So that's also there. Obviously, we've got liquidity. You can add liquidity in the pairs as well. Like I said, you can then get LP tokens, the ownership tokens, go to farms and yield farm on there as well. And this is where we got a third token coming up, the incentive token. It's going to be inflationary, but with a deflationary profile is the way we understand it. And of course, that means the emissions will be reducing, relatively speaking. We're not sure of the profile of that, but that's the idea. And of course, that's an extra incentive on top of providing liquidity, where you will earn 0.22 percentage points of the fee. So the fee to swap on PulseX is going to be 0.29% percentage points of every trade. And of course, 0.22% of that's going to go to liquidity providers. The other 0.07 percentage points is going to go to, you guessed it, the buy and burn. So it's going to be pretty cool. There's also going to be one-sided staking pools as well. That means third parties can come on and airdrop stuff like that to people and encourage them to one-side staking. So it's going to be a pretty cool opportunity with relatively no risk, because won't have any impermanent loss issues that you might face under liquidity and farming that you might want to do. The buy and burn, of course, is looking pretty good too. On the testnet so far, we're doing pretty well on the total. I think we're up to about 54 billion. That's what we just hit, 54 billion. So it's pretty spectacular on that. And of course, in real time, it's going to be absolutely amazing to see that play out. So I'm looking forward to it. Massive Pumpamentals. Of course, this is a great quick summary on this channel that we're giving you now in terms of before you do your own investment due diligence, find out more information. But Pulsechain's coming, PulseX is coming, the bridge is coming, and of course, there are well in excess of over 100 native Pulsechain projects already coming. And I would say a good 25% of those are looking really exciting. And of course, on top of that, we're going to have all the projects that are currently on Ethereum with the ability to come over because they're all getting copied over onto the chain. So we already know that Trust Wallet and things like that are coming. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see all the native projects. We know SHIB's coming. And of course, that's huge, right? One of the very biggest communities out there coming into adoption for Pulsechain. So not only do we have the ramp, but we already have community signaling. They're coming. And of course, everything Ethereum offers is going to be but much superior. So it is the first system state copy of Ethereum, but the validated code is actually being reworked, and we're going to talk more about that. And it's going to make it even better and better, more powerful, future-proofed, and of course, cover security even better as well. So stay tuned for that. So that's pretty much it. There's a wrap-up of the Pumpamental. So let's have a look at the time zone, basically the time frequency that we're going to get some of this stuff. So we're going to have a look to see how this has gone so far. So here is what we call the Hex chart here. This is the original coin founded by Richard Hart, the founder of Pulsechain and Hex. And of course, you can see the complete timeline here. Back in the 15th of July here, we had the Pulsechain sacrifice period. This is kind of the official period. Then we had this big mercy sacrifice period after that. And this is the way that to raise funds to issue for the Pulse supply, token supply. That's why it's got no inflation. And of course, the 0.25% burning after that. So pretty incredible on every single transaction on the blockchain. So it's pretty cool. So 15th of July there. So it's almost coming up to a year now since we had that. And of course, on the 29th of September, we had the first testnet come up from Pulsechain. And of course, that was testnet 1. And that was the 29th of September. And that was it had forked the block height of 13,224,745. That was the Ethereum block height that was forked over. And of course, people could see their balances if they had them there at that time. And so that pretty much that testnet there went for quite a while. Actually went all the way through to the 15th of December. So from 29th of September to the 15th of December 21, and that's 77 days we had the first testnet. So you can see that we're well advanced now. I mean, this project's getting well advanced. It might end up being about a year and a half before it launches, but it's going to be absolutely outstanding in terms of performance. And of course, a battle-hardened testnet has been really good with the Ethereum code. It's been already proven. Smart contract domination in the market too. So the code is pretty cool, and it's only being upgraded with the validators there to increase the speed and durability and security of the network. So it's going to be pretty cool. So that's first testnet was 177 days. Then we had our second testnet, testnet number 2, and of course that ran from all the way from the 12th of December all the way through to the 25th of March, and that was 103 days. So now you can see we had a testnet for 77 days, then the second testnet for 103 days. So you can see how well this is all being tested, and the time needed is being taken to get this through. Then of course we had the third testnet, the testnet 2 VB that I just showed you earlier. That started on the 19th of March, and it's gone all the way through to today so far. So 109 days so far is pretty incredible. So first 77 days, testnet 1, 103 days for testnet 2, and now testnet 2B basically is at 109 days. So it's looking pretty good so far, well and tested. Now the other thing, of course, on this is that we also had a PulseX sacrifice, just like Pulsechain, that went through from the 29th of December and lasted all the way through to the 25th of February. And then, of course, both the Pulsechain and PulseX had a mercy period, and that finished on the 4th of April as well. So that's how long they lasted. It was pretty good. So on top of that, of course, we've got the current testnet working at the moment. We've also got this third-party test network here, V3. This is kind of the fourth one, but this is being run privately by the devs. We don't have an exact start date, but somewhere around this mark, maybe March or April, it started. And of course, that's still running through to today in parallel to the public one on V2B. So that's kind of a background history to what's happening with the chain. Pretty cool. Now, we've had a couple of updates too from Richard Hart as well, the founder. And of course, we had those on the 23rd of May. We got the fact that the validator rotation, slashing, and delegating code had been mostly rewritten and partially implemented in what they call the native Go language. This is outside the EVM, so outside Ethereum's the Go language, and of course, that's not in Solidity. So what was written in Solidity, it's going to be in Go language now, and it's going to allow it to, be better streamlined. Also, they're going to address some attack vectors as well. And it's also going to not only do better protection and for validators, but also going to give us some higher output as well. So it's going to be pretty cool for that. On the 4th of June, Richard also gave us an update that the code was still being programmed for the validator rotation and jailing. That was on the 4th of June. So if you think about it, we're now on the 6th or 5th of July, depending on where you are. Now we're about a month later since that time. So they've had all that time to do the coding during this period. And then on the 13th of June, we also had Richard Hart say that he's done everything he possibly can to get it launched. And he's just waiting upon the technical rewriting of the code. And of course, he's waiting, and so are we. And of course, he's been focusing on marketing since that time. So that was kind of the last update so far. So that's where we're at the moment in terms of development of Pulsechain. So we've got awesome Pumpamentals. The timeline's going along pretty nicely. A lot of rewriting of the code, and of course, an upgrade to the system. And of course, we expect to have a lot of testing with that as well. So that's probably where we are now. We expect to have, finishing possibly code rewriting, finishing up if it's not already finished, and then of course testing after that's kind of where we expect. So then later on in the year, we've got PulseCon coming up. This is a big conference, up to 3,000 people in September. So imagine that recently we could have at the earliest a launch in that period, and maybe in October, September, depending on what Richard Hart gives. This is my speculation now, of course. That's possibly the earliest. But of course, we could maybe get it towards December, Christmas time. Could be later on. So it could take, between maybe a year and a quarter to a year and a half, as we're coming up on a year now already, with mid-July coming up. That's basically a year. So it could be a year and a quarter, year and a half, somewhere like that. So October, December seems like a reasonable play. Some people are calling for next year, of course, but we just don't know. Big question mark, or speculation. We do have a few catalysts, of course. The Highest of Stakes is coming out. That's a film documentary on Hex coming out at the end of the year. We also have, of course, our third birthday for Hex coming out on the 2nd of December. So that Christmas period does have a lot of attraction to it. We also have, obviously, PulseCon coming in September. Of course, that's also got an attractive point. But I don't think the PulseCon is a necessary thing. I really do think the testing is most important at this stage and getting that quality data. And so possibly maybe later towards the end of the year, that sort of Christmas period does sound more reasonable to me. So we'll wait and see. It's all speculation, and we'll see what Richard Hart does there. Now, obviously, we've got a couple of bookmarks. We've got a couple of copies here of Richard's video. So we're going to watch that now. So let's get into there. I'm going to get back into the questions in a minute. So we're going to do a Q&A after this. But let's pick up this video first. So we're going to pick up this video. Let me just get this file in here. We're going to pick this up. Hey, there's a big screen of me. Wow, look at that. Am I so big? I am such a big dude on that screen. That's crazy stuff right there. Did I get the wrong one? I think I might have got the wrong one. Let me just remove that and add the right screen there. I think I've put the wrong one in. There we go. So we're going to Richard. This is the latest update. This is the very last thing from Richard Hart that just came out 2 days ago. So we're going to play this. Enjoy. Let us full screen that, and away we go.
Here's why. We gotta launch at 0. Actually, so shit needs to work. Those two together. So if it's gonna launch at 0, anyway, motherfuckers want to talk at 0 because they're stupid. You should go to 0 if you want, So like, because of that mechanic, I would feel comfortable launching as quickly as we could. Now there is some chance that I'm just not thinking about it clearly enough because I haven't put that much fucking effort into it, like the mechanic. The reason I haven't had to put any effort into this mechanic is because I don't have a fucking choice because the shit ain't ready. It's not ready. If it's ready, if we wanted to launch with attack vectors that we know could be executed, that would pause the network. It wouldn't cause people to lose money. It would stall the fucking network. I don't like that shit. I like 100% uptime. So we need to fucking wait. So like, it's a fine, if you're gonna have to wait, waiting during a bear market is a wonderful time to wait, you know. But this is not me like purposely holding the software back. This is me waiting for awesome software to continue to be written. And it's standard par for the course. We endured the same exact shit. Hex was being built. It's just normal. The Ethereum guys are enduring the same shit now. Like, building secure, good software takes fucking time, and that's it. And there's nothing you can do to speed it up. I've done everything that you can do to speed it up. I got 14 devs now. It's a lot of devs. I can't reasonably add more. It's not possible. So we're maxed the fuck out. We're operating. We've even got parallel backup teams in case one team fucking fails, the other team's rolling. Like, I've done everything I can behind the scenes to make this shit be awesome. And now the only thing I can do is get. So that's what I'm doing. And it sucks. It sucks that everyone else, you know, they don't get what's going on. They don't understand that I'm doing the right thing, and it's hard for me to do, and it's time consuming. You know how hard it is to never wear the same clothes twice? Like, it's actually hard. I dare you to fucking try it sometime. And then to go do selfies and shit, it takes forever, dude. Like, it's time consuming as fuck. But if you're doing marketing, this is what marketing is. Like, you know, it's getting your name out there, it's getting your face out there, it's being interesting, it's being outrageous, it's being fun, it's being right. And I'm doing those things, and it's the best. Those are the best things I can be doing at this time. And wait till the fucking documentary comes out. Shit should be fire, dude. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
KG, you good?
Kia ora Aotearoa, Orange Guy and Pup here. The local elections are coming up, which means your enrollment pack is on its way. When it gets to you, check your enrollment details are up to date. Yep.
So that was the latest update from Richard, which I thought was pretty cool. Nice, as we say, nice. All right, so that is the latest one there. I've got a loud volume on that one, so cool. Let us go pull it up. Bam. So nice. How do you look at those hearts? Do you like those hearts? Is that beautiful? Is that beautiful? Is that lovely? Look at those hearts. Yay. Yay. All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was pretty fun. Let's get into see if there's any questions. Don't forget to fill out the poll. We're going to wrap that up in a minute. How many votes? We've got 56 votes. That's awesome. Get into that. We're going to wrap that up in a minute there on the poll. Very, very cool. Now, we have got lots of different updates there that I've gone through, and many of those are based on these tweets from Richard that you can see here that have been saved on my good old book market there. So pretty nice on that one. All right, we're going to pull up the markets. Let's do it. Let's get in the second part as well. We're going to pull up the markets, have a look how the markets are going. Hedron pump, as we understand it. Hedron pump. So we're going to talk about that. Let's see. Let's first get the comments in the chat there. I'm going to pull up those charts as well. We've got everything looking good there. Let us get into it. So if you want to find out more, of course, for Pulsechain, definitely check out pulsechain.com. Get into our Discord as well. The link's in the video description. Get into Discord, say hello. We've got good information and, of course, a good community there that can help you out, learn more about Pulsechain. It is coming. We're just going to be patient there. And, of course, you may end up arriving at a pretty good time because it may only feel like a few months to you when it does launch. So that's pretty good. All right. Let us get onto those charts again. Bam. There we go. I'm going to close out a few of these sites here as well. Let me just get out of those. Bam. And away we go. Bam. All right. Looking good. All right. So we've got a few people in the house there. Going to catch up on these comments. And then we're going to end that poll in a few minutes. So let's see where I was up to here. Got a few people in the chat, I think. We got James Bond, your live man. I think we got up to that. CJ in the house. We got the hedge on there. We got to that. Costa Rica, I think we're up to there. Big Costa Rica. That was cool. Arizona. We got to Arizona. Wild Wild West. We definitely got up to that. Nigeria, coinage in house from Nigeria. Big shout out to you in Nigeria. And Patricia Steers in the house. Hi, Suit Man. Hey, good to see you, Patricia. Always a pleasure to have Patricia in. If you don't have Patricia, she is amazing. And I do miss her show as well. Equipman is in house there. Pulsechain, PulseX, best thing ever since sliced bread. Absolutely. It is so awesome. Way better than sliced bread. More like toasted what's it? Organic. Organic. This is Patricia. That's hilarious. Toasted organic. Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, I thought so. Served under a silver platter with a cloth napkin and homemade organic jam. I like that, Patricia. Like it up. Yeah, definitely smash it up. Jonathan Kampala in house here. I love Patricia Steer. Everyone loves Patricia Steer. She is amazing. If you don't know who she is, find out. She is awesome. It's a pleasure as well to have her in here. Toxic is in house. Hi, Toxic. Good to see you. Aquaman as well. If you sacrifice or if you buy on launch day, I think we're about to hit a home run. I think so too. Always getting in early on the project is really important. So if you did miss out on the sacrifice phase to get Pulse and the Pulse Hex, then just getting in early in the first couple of months, the accumulation phase, always good. There will be a lot of volatility when the price launches as well. So take that into account. Find out a lot more about that. A Grand Slam, or like it says, is now. No, that's true. Make that a walk off Grand Slam here. Get Hex in the house. Hey, Get Hex. Pulsechain and Pulse Hex will be leading the way. Pulse a blockchain for the people absolutely will be amazing. Aquaman says, I mean, a Grand Slam too. Yeah. What else there? Brazology in the house. All right. Who is the wise guy who voted for Nope? I love other chains more. Yeah. Hey, we actually did get a vote for that. And let's wrap up the vote there. We're going to end that at 61 votes. Pretty good, though. I thought pretty good indeed. So let's see what the results are from that. We've got given all the epic Pumpamentals, and I've just gone through a big amount of them. Not all of them, but a big chunk of them. Do you think Pulsechain will be the greatest blockchain ever? We got hell yeah, can't wait, Moontime, which we love, and that's 77%. So very excited there. Maybe we will see. We got 18%. I mean, that's fine. And we always have people, just wanting to wait and see. Nope, I love other chains more. 3%. Get out. That says Brazology. Get out. That's so cool. We welcome everybody, man. We welcome everybody. The Pumpamentals are going to speak for themselves when they launch. We're okay. Not really sure. Please explain. Well, there we are. Just did a big explain for that. So you can watch that back too if you want to listen to that. You can also slow it down or speed it up depending on how you like to play it as well. Now, we've got tons of videos on this channel on Pulsechain and Pulse Hex, so you can check that out as well too. So 61 votes, that was pretty good results, I think. I'm pretty pleased with that result. I think it's pretty bullish results as well. So nice one there. All right, who else is in the house there? What else we got there? Jumping through some of these. Let's have a look here. Come through. Aquaman says, bears on me on launch day. I like that. That sounds like a good thing to me, the Aquaman. Plenty of support here for NH projects. Ferrari of the blockchain laws. Yeah, Pulsechain is going to be the Ferrari of the blockchain, I'm sure. And a full proof of stake, remember, and super fast, super cheap. And not only that, but owning the keys to your coins. How important has that been? We've seen Celsius, Binance, Voyager, so many BlockFi. I mean, look at all these issues, folks. It really is Terra Luna. So really Pulsechain is going to stand out even more than it was before with all these people are going to be looking for this. What else is really coming up that's going to be like this? Nothing. There are new chains launching, but they're launching largely empty. And of course, they're going to have a huge challenge. Remember, we're going to have the biggest crypto airdrop in crypto history, potentially the biggest yield farm in crypto history. And of course, potentially, and very much a chance of having the fastest mass adoption in crypto history with the bridge opening up between Ethereum and Pulsechain, and people coming to get those airdrops, people coming to get that yield farming. Yield farmers are very quick adopters, so it's going to be a very, very crazy place to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pearl says, I'd like to know why people think those opinions, says Pearl. Patricia says, champagne on me when it launches, right here in the chat. BYOIG. Bring your own imaginary glasses, Patricia. I like that. We'll have to have you on, Patricia. Patricia, I'd love to have you on the channel sometime. Hit me up if you'd like to do that, either on Discord or on Twitter there at Hex Token. We'll get you on the chat. It'd be pretty cool. People would love to meet you for sure. I've been listening to your thoughts on subjects for a while, Patricia. You are a real one, says Jonathan. There we are. That says it in a nutshell. Very, very, very nice. Pearl is in house here. This is not my forte. I feel like a dum-dum, but hanging in here, says Pearl. Nice one, Pearl. That's what it's all about. Just keep learning. We're all learning. It's just the way it goes. Jonathan says, I have a huge heart. I was put here to help people I know. That's true, Jonathan. That is true. You have been amazing for a long, long time. We appreciate your lovely words of encouragement too. What else there? Pearl says, being here is one thing, knowing how to grasp the knowledge is another. That's fine. You can get into the chat. We actually had a voice chat earlier today with It's Now, and that was really cool. So it's now, and who was else in there? I think it was, I'm just jumping back here, Fat Sammy. Fat Sammy was in there with a couple of people. That was really cool in the old voice chat. So it was really useful, talking about experiences and stuff. So we like that a lot. Pearl says, only just joined today. Nice one, Pearl. Superman is the real one. My gut tells me so. Oh, that's nice, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Woohoo. Pearl, goodness gracious. Precise says, welcome, Pearl. This is my favorite Hex and the Pulsechain channel. Over time, things will make more sense and more sense. Just keep listening and you will understand over time. It's a lot to learn. That's true. We'll need help. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome, Pearl. Yeah, definitely, Pearl, get into the Discord there. It's a great way. I think you may already been there, but if you're not there, just get into Discord. We've got It's Now and many others that are really, got an amazing way of helping people on board onto crypto and, of course, in the Pulsechain and Hex. Bally Brand says, thank you for your amazing streams. Keep up the great work. You rock. Hey, BB, a big shout out to you. Man, oh, man, so good to have you in the chat, man. And right back at you, Bally Brand. You're almost at 555. That's a cool number. We're all addicted to that number, 555 and 369, I think it is. And so excited. Got to have a 555 celebration on your channel, Bally Brand. You must be so close if you're not there already. It really is cool. But feel to ask any questions you may have. We will all help you. That's so true. We've got a great community as well. Crypto Theo says we should close. We have July, August, September, mid to late August to mid-September. All should capitulate again soon. BTC at 15K. Solid time to launch. I think so too, Crypto Ethos. I think it's a pretty good summary. Get Hex says, Pearl, you're in the right place. It takes time to learn how it all fits together. Most people are still learning. It takes time. Just get in a position and take your time, buy and stake. That's true. What else we got? We've got quite a few comments in there. Jumping through some of these. Jonathan Capala says, Bally Brand, you rock. You are the definition of a critical thinker. Man, that's really lovely. Nice one there, Jonathan. Pearl says, and we will see is 80% on the side. Yeah. Sandra's in house. Hey, Sandra and KD. KD in house and Sandra. Good to see both of you. What else we got there? We're going to jump through some of that. Bizarre says, do you know how hard it is to wear the same underwear every day? It's hard, but I do. That's hilarious. We always like a bit of humor in the chat. Richard is doing the right thing. He sounds like a selfish jerk, and he is. Is Al interested? But he cares about winning and his reputation. He wants to be the best in cryptos, and nothing he does will fail. Yeah. He also got a cool sci-fi book with a lot of good tips in that. Yeah, he really does like to give back to his community. Richard does say the best thing about what he's done so far is the community, and I think he's quite right about that. So very cool. What else there? Self-interested, you meant to say. Yeah, self-interested. Cool. CVD says, thank you for the stream. G'day, gang. Hey, good to see Stevie D. Lots of hearts from Patricia Steer. I appreciate your thoughts, Bally Brand, says Jonathan. Ideal File says PulseCon, an entire conference about a product that doesn't exist. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to enjoy it. It's coming. So let's bring up PulseCon now that you mention it. That is a good idea. So PulseCon is coming up, as I said on the timeline there, September the September the 6th to the 9th. Yeah, September 6th to the 9th there in Las Vegas. That's going to be huge, up to 3,000 people. Now, ideally, we would love Pulsechain to be launched at this time, but if it's not, people can showcase what's coming up. And so it's going to be pretty good for that. And there's going to be lots of great activities there with the speakers. So you could call it like a pre-launch conference if you think about it. And of course, it's going to be an exhibition as well as a conference. Up to 3,000 people. So it's going to be pretty cool. Now, I think they're actually moving over 2,000 people now because every 1,000, apparently the tickets prices were going to go up every 1,000 people. So I understand that they must be pretty close to that. They've still got quite a bit of time to go. Yes, 2 months, 62 days to go. We'll try and get PulseCon team back on here again. We're due for an update. 2 months out seems pretty good. So I'll work on that this week. But that's coming up. And the tickets at the moment, I think that's what the tickets are there. Now, don't forget, Internet Money has a giveaway there for Platinum. So if you get to Internet Money Twitter, they've got a very easy competition to get onto a free ticket there for Platinum. Definitely do that. So it's coming up. And don't forget, there's a 50% discount on the website as well. Don't miss out on that with the prices. I think all these people are going to be on the panel. Many people you'll know and love there. So it's pretty cool. What else we got in here? We're just going to jump through some stuff here. Let us jump through. We're jumping. And of course, there's new DJs and people, human beatbox and people like that going to be at the big party on Friday. Man, I'm jealous of that, as you guys know. Look, all these cool people too from the community. And it's going to be at this fabulous premium resort. So I like that. You have two options when you do conferences. You have either economy or a premium version. I think a premium version is much better for Pulsechain to kick off things. So I think that's the right way to go to kick off. We can have an economy one later. Don't forget, there's also Matty Allen puts on. He's got a Pulsechain conference coming on online soon. I heard him talking about that today. It's going to have a lot of well-known YouTubers and stuff like that on there. They're all very American YouTubers, I must say, though. That's very American-centric sort of thing, but that's cool. We love Americans, and that's the way it goes. But there's lots of different sponsors on there too, and there it is. So looking good. All right, so that's coming up. Only 2 months to go. Man. So they'll be showcasing. Pulsechain's not launched. They'll be showcasing Pulsechain coming up. So all the projects will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's get back to the comments. We're up to here. I'm just going to jump through some of these. Pearl said, I did spin up on a 72,000 free pulse. A win. Nice one, Pearl. What else are we up to there? Let's jump through. We are all trying to help each other. That is the definition of Hexkin to me. I like that, Jonathan. That's so true. Free test pulse. Let's shout out from Colorado. Joshua's in the house there. Omarosa. Hey, good to see you, Joshua. Big shout out from Colorado. Very, very cool. And more cowboy states, really. More cowboy states. Sandra says, I really enjoyed your forest hike. Yeah, that was my vlog. If you haven't checked it out, check out my first vlog. I am going to do more vlogs, and it's now has actually helped me out with some equipment. So I'm going to talk about that in a couple of weeks when I get the equipment. We're stepping up this channel. This channel is going to step up. We're going to be doing a lot more vlogs outside. It's going to be a lot of fun, and of course, a lot more varied content as well as we wait patiently and perseveringly for Pulsechain to launch, because it's going to be the most epic thing when it does. But Brown says, yes, I definitely will appreciate you, Superman. Hey, that's awesome. BB's going to have a 5555 celebration on his YouTube. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, my God. BB's got a big super sticker in here. Your streams are fantastic and great for onboarding and showing new friends, Superman. I appreciate that, BB. A big Superman bow down for the super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Thank you very much. I love the bright orange. That's cool. The bright orange looks really, really sweet. All right. So we got Sandra in the house as well. Woohoo! Foster Gamble is a keynote speaker. They are a keynote speaker at PulseCon. We've got that at the top there, haven't we? Right at the very top there with Richard Hart, too. Up with Richard Hart is Foster Gamble. I'm going to go all the way back to the top here. Foster Gamble there on the right. That is Foster Gamble. We're also going to have George Wench from Mad Energy. Now, the special thing about Mad Energy is that they're going to be doing wireless technology. I can't remember, it's a Z-Wave. I think it's a Z-Wave or something like that. It's a new technology there. That's going to be transformative, I think, globally. If that technology is as good as I think it is, that's going to be absolutely incredible. We've been living on Star Trek by that time, just about. The only thing we'll need after that is light speed engines or warp engines to warp space there. And they're working on that to get the energy requirement down. That's a pretty big problem. At the moment, it's people talking about it. You need as much power for one instantaneous second as the size of Saturn or something. But I'm sure I've seen some mathematics. It's actually going to reduce that down a lot. So watch the space on that. Anyway, I digress because I love sci-fi, but that's the way it goes. Jonathan says, I love living in the moment. I try to enjoy every moment. So glad to be on this journey with you all. That's so true, Jonathan. Great piece of advice. Nice one says, a great white. It's well deserved Hex Token for all he's done. Daily streams, friendly, educational. What more could one ask? That's true. That's what I try to do. That's exactly the tone that I try to have on the channel. BB, absolutely. XPLSD in the house. Woohoo! I got to see XPLD. LSD, you'll be loving this price charts at the moment. We're going to get into that in a minute. Katie is as well as how Superman vlog. Yeah, but in the trees. I like that, Katie. George Wendt was a total genius in what he does. Love that dude, says Love Rich. Nice. George Wendt seems like a cool dude. And what else there? Love to go to that PulseCon, says XPLSD. Well, XPLSD, you can. Let's pull this up because there's an opportunity to. Let me rephrase my language to make sure it's accurate. But Internet Money is doing a giveaway at the moment for PulseCon. Here it is, folks. I'm going to post that in the chat there if you want to participate. What an easy way to do it. It's a platinum package too. Giveaway contest. Want to go to PulseCon? You're in luck. The Internet Money team is giving away one platinum package, and that's pretty impressive. So we saw the platinum package down here. There it is there, the third one there. Pretty awesome. And of course, just retweet, comment, and like this tweet. That's easy. What an easy way of getting in. You don't have to do anything else. Just retweet, comment, and like this tweet and follow us. We will select the winner live on the, I guess it's the 7th of December. No, sorry, the 12th of July. No, is that right? 12th of July. Got to remember it's American, written American here. 12th of July is the contest there. So that's pretty cool. So definitely enter that. Let me go internet money. What is it? PulseCon, platinum, giveaway. I've got to spell it right. Give away, and there it is. That's the entry there. If you want to enter that, go for that. Hopefully, I typed most of that correctly. Wow, says PLSD. Yeah, it's a great prize. Great prize there. Internet money, PulseCon. I've misspelled that, but hey, you get the idea. There it is. So if you want to participate in that, do that. Look at it. So far, there's been 218 comments on there, 266 retweets, 319 things there. I'm not sure if it has anything else in there, views, but that's pretty cool. So what do you get for the platinum? One ticket to general session for 2 days, platinum seating during the general session, one ticket for expo for 2 days, food and beverage in expo, one ticket to the nightclub events at Zook on Thursday, access to the lounge, one swag bag, and one standard guest room in the Hilton for 3 nights, including resort fees. So pretty good, right? That's pretty good. If you win that for free, that's a pretty good prize as well. Now, the other thing I was going to say is that we had Internet Money with KG on showing the his latest app from the team. They got a full dev team. I think, so they're doing amazing stuff there. And so if you want to check that video, we put that out, I think, was it 2 days ago? So check that out if you want to watch, see the Internet Money. This is Internet Money wallet native for Pulsechain. It's going to be pretty amazing. And of course, it's going to be in a part of a very few wallets. So we're going to have probably Stake Wrap, V2, Internet Money wallet, and of course the Hart wallet as well coming up later on with Richard Hart. So there's going to be a few there opportunities. They all have different things to them, just the way things are in the marketplace, but it's going to be pretty neat as well. So check that out. Now, where am I going back to? The market price. I think that's where we're going. Now that Craig is going, I have to find a way to go. Yeah, that's true. It's now. Craig from Gen Hex channel is going, which is one of the syndicated channels here on Hex Token Discord. Gen Hex is one with Craig is one of the syndicated channels on here, along with Heinz Crypto. And of course, he's going. He's got a ticket too. So looks good. Hopefully that's been confirmed. Hex is away says, thanks for the community building. I am going. Hey, Hex is away. You're doing amazing. So just keep up the great work. I love it. The fact that you're expanding out in terms of the Korean market too. That's great to get out there. Spread the word. Property Review says, good show today. I appreciate that Property Review. Big shout out to you. Very, very cool. What else we got going? We've got the prices. Let's get into the market. We're coming up 52 minutes. We've got the Hex price at just over 3.5 cents. Almost 3.6, not quite. And of course, just zigzagging around at the moment. That's on the hourly there. We've got the Hedron there having a little bit of a pump today, 698. And that's actually looking good. I think it's kind of setting itself up maybe for another move higher there. Let's full screen that so you can see we had the lows down here at 175. Now we've got the low, higher low here at 502. So that's a massive difference. And then of course, here we are. We're sitting. We had a massive run up here all the way up to 1273. So it's pretty massive for 175, 1273. Someone actually on our live stream actually picked it up down here. And so they would have made a lot of that gain, which would be pretty awesome. And Hedron, obviously, Icosa is coming up there with Alex. So Alex is doing that. He's indicated there's a good chance of it coming out in July. If not, it might just slip into August, but looking pretty positive there as well. That's introducing Hedron staking and burning and a few other features. Definitely worth talking about that. We're actually going to talk about that again, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get around to that tomorrow because I want to talk about Alex's Icosa product, which is going to be another Pumpamental for Hedron. Hedron has a lot of supply, and I think it's a good step forward in terms of reducing that supply in the market. So there's going to be a good Pumpamental. That's right. Heinz is going to. Yeah, Heinz is going to. Well, it's now you've got to go then, and somehow we've got to get that happening. That's a cool idea. All right, let us jump out of there. So that's Hedron. We've got Maxi at the moment at 6.9 cents almost, and of course, let's have a look at the premium. on Maxi. Let's have a look at that. It's coming up. 93%. I love this one, man. This is so good. So why do we cover these particular projects? There's a reason why we cover these projects. Hex, of course, is the base project here. This is Richard Hart's first project. Obviously, the Hex was also the best performing asset for probably, would you say 18 months, somewhere in that ballpark. And of course, was hit 1,000,000% almost on the returns there as well, and price appreciation from the all-time lows, 4th of January, 5th of January, 2020. And of course, amazing. The first blockchain certificate of deposit, and of course, a massive community. Almost heading up, what's about 94,000 stakers at the moment, heading up towards 100,000. Over 300,000 holders of Hex, so a pretty big community, and of course is only growing all the time. So that's pretty cool. Now Hedron is sitting above Hex, and of course it gives the feature where you've got free Hedron given to Hex stakers, so it benefits Hex stakers. But you've also got what they call HSI stakes, which is where you can take Hex and put it into a little jar and then stake it out long term. And then, of course, you can potentially turn it into an NFT or non-fungible token and then be able to trade that on OpenSea or other markets that are coming up, right? So that's pretty cool. So this eats up Hex and it stakes it out long. We've seen a lot of 555 stakes done that way, so it takes more Hex off the market. Beautiful. We love that. The other reason why we talk about Maxi, of course, is it's doing the same thing. It's taking up Hex from the circulating supply, staking it out for 5555, so 15.2 years. In fact, it was so spectacular. People were hoping it would get 150 million. That is the bigger pays better bonus in Hex. So two big bonuses in Hex, bigger pays better and longer pays better. Most people don't get access to bigger pays better because you typically need a lot of Hex, up to 150 million Hex for 10% bonus. But because they did it like a syndicate where everyone got together like a treasury DAO stake, and of course 294.3 million was raised, not 150. They blew past that, twice as much almost. And of course that's taken all that Hex off the circulating supply. It is a big deal. Now, I always quote Gunther's Hex audit, and of course that showed in about May of this year that we had about 17.7 billion in circulating supply. And of course that's based on best estimates and based on behavior of what have been assigned the origin wallets based on the big payday when they all went to stake up to like 98.7%, somewhere in that ballpark. So that's the kind of the basis of that. So if we get that circulating supply eating up at 300 million Hex at a time, could you imagine that circulating supply amongst users, in other words, non-origin account holders, just getting eaten up every year? That's what's so spectacular about these prices and these projects, and that's why I talk about them all the time. And of course, we've got new products coming from Maximus with the base token. That's going to, instead of doing 15.2 years, that's going to do a 12-month rolling stake in perpetuity. And of course, every 12 months, going to keep rolling over. People can enter and exit with that short-term reward. So Maxi is for long-term stakers. It also benefits Hex by getting all that Hex off the market. And of course, with less Hex on the market, that gives you more propensity or more possibility for a price appreciation in the future. So that's really cool. Maxi, of course, doing the same thing, getting all the Hex off. And of course, the base token is going to do that as well, but it's going to allow people with more shorter horizons, with 12-month horizons, to be able to stake that as well. And that's going to be staked over and over and over again. So it's pretty much like a long stake for the most part. There will be differences at the end of each 12-month period, but there's new investors, older investors as well. So it's going to be interesting to see that play out. And of course, they'll be able to get a higher yield, particularly if they get a bigger pays better bonus in there. So pretty cool. Then there's a team token that's going to be like a DAO token, and that's going to be cover all the products that pretty much that Maxi's going to have. It's going to be shaving off benefits of all those products into that team token. That's pretty much looks how that's going to run. So super bullish, folks. Really, really cool. I expect to see a lot more products from Maxi team over the next year or two. It's very exciting. Now the other thing, of course, we've got PowerFlex coming up as well. PowerFlex is also going to be on the same sort of vein as Base. It's going to have its own different slight features, but that's going to be really awesome too. So we're going to see 3 leading projects, and maybe we'll have 10, as I always say. Maybe we'll have 10 or so in the next 18 months or something, as other teams go, this is the winning stuff. This is the winning way. And of course, it's a win-win, right? So it helps Hex globally. It takes Hex off the market. And of course, it stakes it long-term. And of course, that helps price appreciation. That's what we want to do. We want to eat up all that circulating supply. And of course, that's the way to go. Now, a certain amount of that circulating supply is inactive, so people aren't really doing much with it. And of course, we want to get the active supply off the market, and people have to have good reasons to do that. And so these products are offering some of those incentives to do that, and that's the way it's going. So all good there. The other thing, of course, Pulse Dodge here. We talk about Pulse Dodge only because it's I think it's a good token, but it's a really good entertainment, and it's a free airdrop to Hex stakers as well. So it rewards Hex stakers, and I think it's pretty cool. So we're going to see how it plays out. Now, obviously, it's speculative as well, so we always say that. It's also only as good as the biggest whale holding it as well. But so far, so good. We'll watch it. It's going to be entertaining for sure, and we'll see how it gets on with that one. Now, that's pretty cool for the Hex charts. Let's jump over the BNB. We've got Pulse Dodge on BNB here. These are not, instead of getting forked over like the other ones, all going to get forked over. Now there's going to be two of them. These ones are going to be airdropped over. Pulse Dodge here currently at 0.4 of a penny. So that is definitely not doing too good there. But of course, a lot of markets, a lot of projects are down with the bear market. And a P33 is at 16 cents, having quite a bit of volatility. It can trade a couple of cent ranges every day. Of course, we saw this massive spike only a week ago up here, and that's pretty insane. The other thing, of course, is IM here. We talk about internet money. Now, this is not IMD, which is the internet wallet, but this is the original token that they had on BNB chain. And of course, that's currently trying to establish itself up there as well. Now, this is going to get airdropped as well. They've already got cool code. We heard KG say, man, we've got cool code for this. So that's already going to get airdropped automatically too. So very, very nice. So that's pretty much a lot of cool stuff there. Don't forget to get into Discord. Links in the video description as well. We're going to jump back to the Hex charts here and get into some of the comments. I think that's probably the way to go. We're just turned over an hour now. So looking forward to that. Let us get into it. James is in the house there. Pump it. I love it. Pump it. I love to go to PulseCon, but banned from entering the US. That doesn't sound too good, James, but that's fine. You just have to go through Mexico. Just go through Mexico, James. You'll be absolutely fine there. Thank you. Just don't go on trucks. Just don't go on trucks, though. Thank you, Superman, says Jonathan. You're welcome. Shill Baby Shill. Sarah Palin says the Red Hex Bear God. That's funny, man. Shill Baby says Sarah Palin. We got Pearl, man, listening, but not linking in. Not linking in, says Pearl. Patricia Stair says, thank you, Superman. Super Superman, for all you do. You're scarily consistent, says Patricia. Yeah, that's true. True that, Patricia. Consistency is his middle name. Yeah, that's right. Superman consistency. What else we got there? Yes, agreed. Thank you, Superman, says PXPLSD. I appreciate that. Yeah, walk across, says James. Yeah, walk across. That's the way to go. All right. Let us see how we're getting on there. Probably who says James Bond should use one of his other 007 passports to get into the USA. He could do that. James probably got that. Some safe there. You have to break into that and get that going. That's hilarious. I just realized I didn't drink any of my coffee. It's all gone cold now. This is the way it is. Hey, do you like the Pulsechain background? Is that pretty cool? That pops, doesn't it? Quite popular, almost Halo-ish. Like Halo, yeah. Like a Halo, an Angel's Halo. I'm thinking about Pulsechain. Pretty nice there. All right, so we've got the wrong color of the plane at the moment on Pulse Dodge. You have to change that to red just while it's red. It changes around all the time, of course, goes up and down. So very cool. That's PulseCon. Yeah, so the other thing is Matty Allen talked about his Pulsechain online conference coming up. We said that. What else? We got the Million Pulse Tour. They're making some changes. I need to get up to date with that because I'm a bit out of date with that one at the moment. But those are the three sort of conferences coming up. So looking forward to those as well. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I think that's about it. I think we're up to it an hour. I think that's probably a good way to go. I think we did a pretty good job there. James Bond says, product review. I'm working on it. Got fired. Photoshop fired up. Not financial advice. Yeah. Hey, I'm sure there's no problems. They pay you to go over the border now. They pay you to go over. That's the way it goes. All right. So cool. Let's pick up a nice cool video here. We're gonna pick that up and play that out. How are we gonna finish up here? We're gonna finish on a high. Let's do it. Let's finish on a high here. What else we gotta finish on a high? Should we play this little video? Why not? This is silly, this video. Let's get into it.
Please got me. Give me a black eye.
You love that video or what? Is that funny? That's hilarious. Does Richard crack you up or what? I think he does. Cracks you up with that.
Fashion police got me. Give me a black eye. Would you believe it?
That's pretty funny, that one. That's for sure. All right, let's get the music pumping. Let's get the music pumping. We've had the jokes. We've had the memes. Let's get in the music. Pump it up. Is that pumping? Hopefully that's playing. Playing. All right, cool. That's fun, man. Yeah. All right, take care. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye for now.